Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I started picking some things for my garden. Look at this melon! Isn't that so exciting? I know I feel like I've kind of complained about how many fails I've had, but I've never grown cantaloupe, and this is the year cantaloupe. So my cantaloupe is growing on the back on this cattle panel, and I found it this morning on the other side of the cattle panel, and so I had to kind of reach and roll. And I actually have another one there. Let me show you. So it was back in there. It was kind of resting down here. This one is almost ready. That one is almost ready. And then I have one resting on my fence post, and that's almost ready. And then look, there's more growing and like little babies. I just can't believe, look, there's another baby. I've never grown this much melon before. And I'm really attributing it to the bees. I notice bees here all day long. Like, look, there's another little guy. So I'm out here just watering because we are supposed to have horrible heat today. And so I'm just trying to get all I can done. Look, there's even another one. Isn't that crazy? And then I have some watermelons. This watermelon split. But I do have some others growing. Here's one, here's one. Look at this one growing. Isn't that crazy? So I'm just letting them grow, and I believe these are all sugar babies. They're like the small personal size. I didn't grow any ginormous watermelons this year. I don't think. I tried to stay all small and bush, but I am trying to keep these. Just kind of tossing them back in, and this is probably why this is so wild in here. I don't really care, but I do need to get in here and mow because I need to mow. But I don't need these trailing all over because I need to be able to go from this gate to that gate with the mower. This whole area used to be grass, minus the concrete pad. That used to be grass all there where my garden is, and I've just slowly taken over. So I'm out here and I'm clipping some flowers for my kiddos because my little girl loves fresh zinnias in the house. So I pick them and then I let them dry, and then I save them for seeds, and then I scatter them. So picking time. I love growing zinnias because they're just so easy. So this one's about to bloom, so pretty. But if you cut it right here above these two, it will continue to bush and produce more. So it'll produce here and here, and it will multiply like you can with basil. So that's something super easy to do if you want zinnias. I love them. They are so fun. I think this orange one back here is the cactus variety. I love these ones. I just love zinnias. They're so happy and they produce so well in our heat. So I love them. I have some here in the back, some in the front. I grew way more last year, but these ones are so beautiful here. Speaking of zinnias, over here, I have some. I'm about to cut this guy. And then I'm probably actually gonna cut this plant out. And I have a plant that's here only because I can't get in here anymore, and it's starting to be a problem. So I think I am going to chop them because I have some green beans and I want to get in here without feeling like I'm going to be eaten by spiders. So here's the before. Let's see how well this changes. And here's the after. You can see I have so much more room, and I can get in here and start picking green beans. And these green beans have taken their sweet time with flowering, but they've also been attacked like crazy by these zinnias. So I'm hoping maybe that means all these baby green beans I can now pick. And I can also get in here and see everything else because it has been so much bugs in here. Oh look, bee just went in there. I've gotten everything watered. I even pulled out some marigolds that were in this corner because they were so heavy that they started to split from the weight. So those went to the chickens, and it just kind of helps clear out this bed a little bit more behind me because I'm going to plant pumpkins in it. And my plan is to plant them this weekend, but we are supposed to have like horrible heat this next week. Like with the heat index, we're probably looking at, 115 to 120. So I don't know if I'm going to plant them now. Maybe wait till the following weekend. I just feel like I keep pushing everything back because of the heat, but we also have no rain on the horizon. If we had rain on the horizon, I probably wouldn't think twice about it, but we don't. And this has been like one of the weirder winters. It's summer, a weird summer, because we get so much rain because of hurricane season, but with all the weather going on, we're not getting storms, we're not getting rain, so things are crazy. I don't know. But I have picked this basket. Oh, had an ant in my shoe.
Where's the cantaloupe?
It's in my basket. Yeah. I'll cut it open in just a second. Doesn't it look yummy? Oh, and I picked a few green beans today. So you guys can have a little snack. There's 5. Not very many today, but maybe we'll get more next time. That looks so perfect. Think I should save some of these seeds from this cantaloupe? Yeah? It's probably a good idea, huh? Save some and give some to the chickies. It's not bad. So here's how I save seeds from melons and, oh gosh, pumpkins and things like that. I just simply take the seeds and I squish them and mush them. Sounds so bad. But you squish them and mush them between your fingers to break the seeds away from any of the membranes, anything that really holds them together. And this melon wasn't slimy. Sometimes I find like tomatoes and cucumbers have like really a slimy gel around their seeds. This cantaloupe doesn't. So all I do is I just smush and rinse and break it up as best as I can with the seeds. And then I slowly just pull out the bigger pieces and work my way down to the seeds. And then once I have the seeds pretty well separated, I just take little bits at a time, rinse them, and I stick them on a flat surface on paper towels. I like using paper towels because they really soak up that moisture, and the seeds kind of will dry and stick to it, so you can just peel them off and they're not floating around like crazy or spilling somewhere. So I just continue to do this with all the seeds that I do want to save. And then one very important thing is labeling it, and I guess making sure your pen is open. I always label with the year and where they're from and what it is. And then I just leave them somewhere safe to dry out. And this time of year, it is on top of my dehydrator because everybody in the house knows we don't mess with my garden seeds on top of here. And then once I finished that, it was on to my zinnias. So I pick zinnias and then I let them just dry out in vases on my counter or kitchen table, wherever it is. And then I'm left with these seed heads and I break them apart later to save for the next year to plant. And then I just repeat the process. And these are all the zinnias I picked today. I picked a bouquet of these not long ago, so it's kind of fun, and my kids love seeing my flowers around the house, and it's just happy. So there's what I did this day. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good one.